Cool. So this is just going to be a battle report with my Magore's Fiends for some Shadespire. And here, starting off, are my objectives. You can see Conquest, No Escape, Ploy Master, Advancing Strike, Escalation, Superior Tactician, Master of War, Show of Strength, Denial, Defensive Strike, Shining Example, Plant a Standard. Shining Example was really good, by the way. And I did get Superior Tactician off, although I don't know if I would keep that in there again. So, and these are going to be my objective: Twisted Defender, Tethered Spirit, Second in Command, Predatory Leap, Credible Strength, Brutal Charge, Great Strength, Concealed Weapon, Wrathful Blows, and Trophy Hunter. Second in Command was trying to play off of doing some of the objectives that involve your leader. And then I don't know if I would use that again. Predatory Leap, probably don't need to use again. There's a couple things in there that I could definitely change after looking at them. But for the most part, things were okay on that. And then we're into the ploys. So Furious, Inspiration, Hidden Pass, Spectral Wings, My Turn, Duel of Wits, Earthquake, Ready for Action, Demonic Resilience, Twist the Knife, and then Quick Thinker. So Furious Inspiration was really good. And a couple other things were really good too, but I need more stuff against objective style decks, keys and stuff. So I think I would change the Demonic Resilience and put in Concussion for sure. So need some sort of kind of movement or something, maybe a distractor or something like that. So I ended up getting a bye the first round because it was a low turnout for the tournament. So my first round was, or the second round, I was playing the Skaven. So this is the board placement. I placed the boards. He placed the objectives. So obviously you can see that. He's playing a key style deck. So this is the first fighter placement. You kind of see pretty simple, gonna move up. That's basically the game plan here. The turn one, so he ended up playing Misguided Spirits and then Great Concussion. He scored 1 and 2. I got Advancing Strike, Show of Strength, and I got one more, I believe, on there too. And so it ended up being 4-2 in the first round. So not a bad start per se. And so I was able to load up Riptooth, and he was in position, and with the concealed weapon and everything, it just worked really good. So yeah, you can see I basically killed Scritch. I was able to move in at the end of round 2, kill him. That put a damper on there. I got a Platinum Standard, Escalation, No Escape. He got Divide and Conquer. So at the end of that, I got 4. I think he got 1 or 2, so I believe it was 8-4 if I'm not mistaken. So it was a pretty good advantage. Taking out Scritch was really good. So I forgot to take a picture, I believe, of turn 3. So in the end, what I basically got was Shining Example, Ploy Master, Superior Tactician, which really helped. And then he got Escalation. He had some keys, a couple things. So he got 6 in that round, and I got 5. But I ended up winning 13-10. So now we're on to round 2, the second game. This one is pretty similar. I think he won the roll, or placement wise, it was all right. So, and then with the fighters, obviously I had a good approach the first game, so I was trying to do that for the second game. I think on this one, he got all keys. Yeah, so he had all keys and had to discard them, which was pretty good. So I got 1 in the first round. I think I got Show of Strength, and then maybe, he killed. That's right. So I moved in, and Scritch ended up killing Riptooth. I had to charge, moved in, and then he, I think, the one where it allows you to move after somebody else moves, which was pretty brutal. So let's see here. We are at the end of Yeah, so this is the end of turn one. So you can kind of see where Scritch had moved back a little bit, and I was starting to move up. And, with Scritch's reach, he's just brutal. So, and then I put myself in the position, and he went on the offensive. So, this next turn, he took out my leader, which was really bad. He got Shining Example, I think, also too. And then it just really started to go down. We really didn't score a lot of objectives. Of course, I didn't because I was dying, and he didn't really as he was going, but he was just killing my guys and getting glory for that, and kind of just building up and basically able to set it up for for round 3. And yeah, you can see the rats are just moving up full on the offensive, killing my guys left and right. I don't think I got tabled. Yeah, I don't think, but I mean, it was pretty close. So in the end, I went for it, and I don't know what else I could have done. If there's a couple things, maybe holding back just a little bit instead of trying to run. I think I may have even ran Riptooth up too much. So this is the game 3. So basically, I went for a long board edge kind of tactic. I don't know why, and I was trying to place objectives so they were fairly close, and I wanted to just hold back the ones here to prevent them there and kind of move my forces up. I don't know. Obviously, I think it ended up being the wrong decision, but I still don't know if it was a bad decision because I did have a chance to win it. So, and I'll kind of show you. I think I need to change my ploys a couple of things on there. But anyways, I moved Riptooth up again to fight. He ended up dying, which, that's part of Riptooth. You just run him up and try to do that. And then, so at the end of the first thing, I think I ended up getting 5. So I got Escalation, Shining Example, Pointmaster. I got a kill. He got Shining Example, Escalation. So it was 5-4, if I'm not mistaken, after this first round. And then, so now going into the second round, I won the roll. I believe I had him try to go first. I couldn't get anything. I was trying to do kills or whatever I could. I just couldn't. He ended up getting objectives 3 and 4. And so it pushed him. He got 2 points. I didn't get anything there. So all of a sudden, he's up by 1. So I had 5 and he has 6. So then we're going into the last one. So the last one here, this is my hand coming up, and this is what I had. So I had potential to win this. If I would have got these, I could have potentially won these maybe, or gotten close at least. And so you can kind of see, and you could see where the objective was and all that. So once again, that Misguided Spirit, being able to move that onto a starting thing so that the Skaven can go on there is pretty strong. In the end, I think he ended up getting Supremacy, and he got a key, and so the key for, so if he wouldn't have been able to get there, if I could have moved him off or attacked, and he wouldn't have got Supremacy, I could have scored all the rest of that stuff, and that could have been a big game changer. But he ended up winning, I think, 13-6. So now we're going on to round 3, and I ended up playing against some orcs, which is always fun. So good time. And so basically, board placement for orcs versus Magores is going to be pretty simple. Objective placement is going to be pretty simple. I did want to spread my guys out a little bit because I want to see where he was going and be able to kind of flank him and team up on him. So you kind of see how my leader off to the right, Riptooth off to the left, and then he ended up kind of pulling over to the left a little bit. So let's see here. And, other than that, there's not going to be too much, going on with placement in these two war bands. So the first turn, though, let's see, I was able to move up, kill something. I got no escape. He got Call the Wog, Master of War. So we ended up tying 2-2. And you kind of see that we're in a pretty good position. Like we're all close to each other. So it's gonna go down next turn, and so turn 2 basically what we're looking at is I ended up getting 5 glory. He got 4 that turn. I added Trophy Hunter. I got Show of Strength, Plan a Standard. So my leader was really really good. He got Precise Use of Force, Alone in the Dark, Flawless Strategy, and so we are then going into where it's 7-6. Basically, and I'm up by 1. So then this last turn here, so turn 3 is where it really came up, and so I killed Gorsak, I believe. I ended up going first. I got Ploymaster, I got Denial, I got Escalation, so I got 7 in the end there, and then he ended up getting Escalation, so I won 14-8, and then so we ended up going into game 2. Game 2, the first round, I think he didn't have very good dice, and so the second round, I think you'll see that there was some points where I didn't have good dice. So this is just basically board placement. I was trying to tighten it up a little bit for the alleys they can do and kind of see where we're at as far as placing them there. I decided to keep Riptooth back in this one just because he moves a little bit more. Let's see. And he, I believe, won the role to go first. So in this first round, he's going to go. And let's see what happens here. So he ended up getting, I think he ended up getting 2 on the first round. I got 3. I got Escalation and Ploymaster. He got Call the Wog, and he killed one of my guys, so which was pretty big. And so I think he kind of had the advantage, and you could kind of see where I was moving up some people over onto the edge. I ended up being too spread out here. So in the second round, he killed another person. I did win the roll, but my dice was horrible. I couldn't kill anything. And then I think I did kill one guy. But so I was currently up. I believe I was like 4-3. Here, but this is what I ended up having here, and so Shining Example, Advancing Strike, Conquest. Okay, so Magore was in a position to basically to do all this. He's the last guy pretty much there. And so what you'll see is Gorzag ended up trying to move down and assault down here and killed whoever's left. I think maybe Riptooth or something. And so it was really only Basha that could attack back. He wasn't going to kill my leader. And I could have charged over there. I whiffed on the charge. Totally whiffed. I had an extra roll to attack on the charge, and so that pretty much lost me. He won that one 8-4. So we go to game 3. It was getting kind of late at the shop, so we this one was a little bit of a shorter of a game, but it was kind of called a little bit. And so here once again you're going to see placement, which is not nothing too special. One thing, I do place a thing close by so I can get Plan a Standard with my leader if I can. So that's one of the reasons why I do place some of that stuff on there. He ended up, I think, wins the roll, or I won the roll. I decided to have him go first because I wanted to see where he was going to go so I could kind of react with him. On this first round, basically, he gets 2. I end up getting 4. It's called the Wog, Master of War. I get Show of Strength, Defensive Strike, Master of War, and I kill somebody. So I think I got kind of the advantage, and you kind of see he's spread out a little bit more. So I think that's the key in these games. You got to keep tight, all your people tight together so that you can take people out pretty easily. And then on this round 2 was I ended up just getting 7. I killed 2 people. I got Denial, Shining Example, Plan a Standard. I was able to just kind of move up. So at this point it was 11-2, and even though it was 2 rounds, I think we just ended up calling it there, as opposed to playing a third round in this game. So 2 activations versus 3 activations. So that was kind of about it. I ended up, I struggle against key decks and things like that, so I need to work on that. Overall, I do love Magore's Fiends. They're super fun, and I had a great time. And thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And this is Set the Narrative. So thanks.